is a rough draft of what we want to do. I want to do with this poster. I want to show how to export from After Effects a composition that you're working on, so you can see drafts of it as a movie. So we have the composition highlighted. It doesn't matter where the playhead is. We're going to say File, Export, Add to Render Queue. It'll bring up the render queue, which was right next to the composition tab. It's within that same space. And we want to just move through these options really quickly. In this case, we're not going to make any changes to the quality of the actual piece. We're not going to change the size. We're going to keep it full resolution. Here, though, we're going to work with. I tend to like. You can work with a variety of image formats. I'm going to make it QuickTime, and I'm going to change the format option from animation, just because I don't mind it being compressed because it's so big, and the file will be. But the default animation codec is an uncompressed codec, and the files will be massive. So for the sake of this project, I would just use a compression format like H.264. All right. And say okay, and then finally just make sure you pick a name and where you're going to save it. Okay, so you can find this thing, because we're going to convert this. We're going to reopen this video in Photoshop, because our goal is we're going to still turn this into a GIF. All right. So so this is going to be Children of the Corn export for PS for Photoshop. Okay. And we hit the render. This shouldn't take too long. It's only 3 seconds long. Nice little notification that it's done. And now in Photoshop, I can use that import video to frames to layers tool. And I can import this file. Now, I can limit to the number of frames. In this case, I'm not going to, because this is literally 30 frames per second times 3, so this will be a total of 90 frames. I can constrain it to every other frame, and it would be 45 frames. And this is a way of managing GIF sizes based on willingness to take away some of the real time. So if I did it every 2 frames, I would just double the length of the timing of every frame. But I'm going to leave them all there. It's going to take a moment. Oh, and this gave the matte. That's annoying. So I'm going to actually crop the matte. I have to look at what the setting is. I wasn't looking at closely. The width must not have been correct. So I'll get rid of this width. And so as I guessed, it was going to be 90 frames. All right. And I could resize this, but I'm not. I'm just going to say File, Export, Save for the web, just like you have for GIFs. Now this is going to be a pretty huge GIF, because the pixel dimensions are massive, and it's 90 frames. So expect some obscene sizes for a GIF, in that you will have to resize the poster to make it smaller to be able to post it on the blog or to the web. But for now, I'm just going to leave this. This is only 16 colors, so it's very small. But let's put it at a normal amount. You have to be patient. It takes a fair amount of time to calculate 90 frames, 256 colors, and then prepare the GIF format itself. Spinning beach ball, small talk. Come on. There we go. So, oh, it's still only 3 megabytes, which is great, because I guess a lot of for my particular poster, a lot of the colors don't change frame to frame. So I say save, and then I could say Children of the Corn for PS GIF, and when that's done, we can quickly open it in the browser and check to see if it worked. Oh no, almost there. Jeez Louise. There we go. And browser, open it up, and it's working. All right. And so then you have the GIF you can work with. All right. So that's the kind of brief process of using After Effects to Photoshop to GIF. That's it.